Hello guys and welcome to the top 4 game from the Leisure Game Store Championship in London. Today we have Matt on the left playing Targ Fealty, and we have Isian on the right playing Greyjoy Reigns. I will apologise for the start with the camera setup. I have just missed out on the house cards. I do apologise. We'll try and keep track of how as we go. So packs up to Tyrion's Chain were legal for this. If you have been watching the other videos, I'm sure you've probably got a rough idea of that. And looks like Isian has mulliganed, and we're on to setup. So Isian has a duped Esgred, Salty Navigator, the Iron Mine, and a Sea Tower against Targ Loyalist. I believe that's Rhaegar and Drogon. Or Drogo. No, Drogon. Names. As always, guys, if you watch this, I'm not particularly great with some names. I do apologise. So not bad setup there for Isian with 5 cards, getting a nice big draw up. It's a bit of economy and obviously the all-important Iron Mines. I'm pretty sure he's running Valor, if I remember from previous game. And we're on to the first plot phase. So we have Noble Cause into Time of Plenty. Should be their match trying to draw up some extra cards.
So I get initiative.
Matt has chosen Isian to go first. We're also going to get some Isian's choice of plots. He's probably got a Lord to play out. Not many ladies to play with Greyjoy with Esgred on the board. So we have the scout ship with the Sea Tower Knelt to get out the Fishmonger. And we have a King's Road, which is immediately sacrificed. The Fishmonger is knelt. So I guess the Euron, Victarion maybe. Could be Balon. It looks like it's Euron Crowseye, and we have Euron Crowseye, which will make those range triggers a little bit easier to get off. And we have a raiding longship, so really make sure those range triggers can go off. And Isian sits on 1 gold, so pretty good start there for a Greyjoy Reigns deck.
So get 6.
Looks like they forgot to say good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So we have a dupe played out on Rhaegar. Matt's thinking about his marshalling here a little bit.
What happens? He stands when he gains a power. Okay. Yeah. Unopposed.
So we have a King's Road played out from Matt's side, which looks like he's about to immediately sacrifice. He does.
Sacrifice, save King's Road.
Yep. Fealty was knelt. The Targ Loyalist is knelt. And we have Daenerys Targaryen entering the table. Who now, because of Rhaegar, is going to be able to stand after she wins a challenge. We have
Play this dude.
not Viserys. Yeah, Viserys. Viserys played out. And is Matt going to sit on 2? It looks like he might have a Dracarys in hand, or that could be a Nightmares. Oh, definitely a Dracarys in hand. And I think it is a Nightmares as well, so... so get a dupe played of Viserys, probably for military claim.
Nothing before challenges.
And Matt passes marshalling. So a military of 1. 1 because Daenerys is currently standing. Because of the raiding longship, this would probably have to go unopposed, because Matt would have to defend with 2 characters to guarantee the stop, which seems a lot of effort.
Yep.
And indeed, yes, it does go unopposed. We'll probably see, I assume we'll probably see that dupe use this time to save.
Claims 1.
Yeah, which we do. And just quickly then, I see Isian's using the lovely token manic power tokens. They are also my personal favourite.
Intrigue.
So now we have an intrigue coming in from Euron Greyjoy. And he gets nightmares.
Pay 1 gold, nightmares him.
Sure.
Assumably that's to stop the pillage to get the King's Road, which is currently in the bin.
Kind of a waste. Oh.
So no defenders declared.
Sure.
Again, with the raiding longship and the scout ship, it's pretty much guaranteed that it will go off. Interesting which plot it goes for here. Power behind the throne probably be a good one. Get Euron to do another challenge. Get that renowned going.
You triggered reigns.
Just looking. Yeah, sure.
And so we have Filthy Accusation played out on Danny.
Yep.
Or targeted Danny, I should say. So there's one thing I have found of my limited time playing with Reigns is sometimes the plots aren't that useful. There are times they're incredibly useful, but it seems to be a very high ceiling and a very low floor for when there's getting the range triggers off. Which is not quite consistent enough. Maybe outside of Lannister, I've actually found it fairly consistent, but everyone else, I'm just not 100% sure about it yet.
You done?
Sorry? Oh, discard him to reserve once. He was triple duped, and I killed him to Wildfire.
And for injury claim we have the character.
That's what the deck's
I think
about.
it was Drexus I was going to call him, because I can't pronounce his name. Save my life.
Okay.
He's the one where when a
You got any actions?
unique attachment is played, you gain 2 gold, and we just had Isgred come in to do a power challenge and get Jakarist.
I love how you went to pick her up after.
He's paid me a lot.
Which is Isian was basically expecting as soon as he put her into the challenge. And it's one of the things, sometimes you just got to accept it's going to happen and just kind of get it out of the way. Like a band-aid. So we have a military come in, which goes unopposed. And Isian changed mind and kills the fishmonger. And then we have a cheeky power challenge coming in from Viserys. And I believe Isian now wins Dom for having 1 gold. So pretty quick fire there, the last few challenges.
You're going to get Dom.
Isian just organising his power. So Isian's up to 12 power. No, needs 12. Needs 13 power to win. Isian's up to 2 power.
General.
And I believe Matt is also on 2. No, Matt's on 3 power. I'm going to try and keep track of that as we go along. So on to the second plot phase. If you want to see the other games from this series, this should all be in a playlist with along this video. So that's the 4 rounds of Swiss and the top 8 game before this one. And we've got the final coming up very soon.
I'm thinking...
And I've just started editing the next store championship, which is the Bagger Holding Store Championship on the last weekend of store championships on their opening in Bournemouth. So that should be up very soon. It looks like some quite interesting games on that one, so I'll do my best to get those up as soon as possible. So on to the second plot phase.
Oh, hold on.
And Matt just having a little change of mind there.
Something else maybe.
It's the opportunity maybe to change his mind.
No, okay, yeah.
So we have Calling the Banners, which is a unofficial ult-up Calling the Banners, against Reinforcements. Which is normally a great plot when you've got the Beggar King out, because you get free gold as well as getting a 5-cost character out of the bin for free. Oh, but he's not. I assumed he was going to go for his discard pile to get out also the character discarded, but no, we have the Pyromancer's played in for free. Not expecting that. You got to wonder if Matt played that plot because his gold curve's probably quite low, because of relying on Beggar King. So on to Isian, who has 9 gold. Sorry. He has knelt to Sea Tower. Let's see if he can get out to try and refill his board because it took a pretty big battering on that last turn. So we have the Priest of the Drowned God, which currently have strength 3 because they do boost themselves. And for every other Drowned God character played out, we'll get +1 strength. We have Asher played out, which is completely fine because although Israel's been played out, they have got different names. And we have Sea Bitch played out, and this thing's going to sit on 1 gold. So, probably not many targets for Sea Bitch in this deck, but it does mean Plaza of Punishment could be a good steal if Matt's running that. So Matt plays out a Rose Road, and looks like he's going to sit on 1 gold. A big intrigue there of currently 9. Chance of boosting it if he needs to. Oh, sorry, currently 7 because of Danny. My mistake. So probably going to see it. Well, could see it boosted if needed. So that raiding longship is really doing some good work right now.
Okay, cool. I didn't get this stuff.
Matt just taking his mind before he declares defenders.
I'll have a look. Go unopposed.
So that goes unopposed. Isian grabs his. Is he going to trigger reigns here? You'd have thought so. Yes, he is.
Yep.
I imagine we're going to see a Wildfire at this point. Try and get that opposing board state down.
It's easy in your deck pile as well. You can't play him, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah. But is Wildfire being played out?
Yep.
So Matt was really prepared for that and has killed off. Interesting to get the Pyromancer live. Killed off Drogon, not Drogo. Drogo. The Targ Lawless and Ceres, who doesn't get to trigger because there's no attachments in play. Matt kills off the Drowned God, Priest of the Drowned God. Isian then also used that opportunity to We Do Not Sow the Rose Road to try and get Matt's economy down. An Iron Throne is taken as claim. And I'd be interested to see if he takes the Iron Throne or the... No, he's going for the King's Road. Okay, interesting. I might be tempted to go for the Iron Throne there, because what you once you steal that once, next turn you can always steal the King's Road. But whereas the Iron Throne, that's always going to give you a permanent benefit. I don't know. Let me know what you think below, guys.
Military.
So we have the Salty Navigator coming in for military. Assumably again this will be unopposed, and the Rhaegar will lose a dupe.
You've got 2 Iron Mines, have you?
No, one's a Sea Bitch.
Alright, cool. Oh, yeah, that's unopposed.
Oh, that's a power one.
Which does go unopposed, and Rhaegar's dupe is taken as claim. We have an Asher coming in for a power challenge, which again will be unopposed unless there's a Jakaros around, which there isn't. Asher stands because of reaction to winning unopposed. And Isian is up to 7 power. I believe Matt is now down to 2 power.
You either win quick or go home. You've got 2 cards in hand.
So we have an intrigue coming in from Danny,
Intrigue.
who gets to stand because of
Claim.
Rhaegar. Balon's taken his claim, and Matt drew up a card from Insight. So his hand was pretty much battered down there to 1 card, and now it's back up to 2. We have a military coming in, which Asher will defend.
Any actions? Okay, so I win.
You win?
She stood.
When you still
3 versus 3.
stand this then,
I just said any actions.
No,
You
in the
said-
actions, but you have to pass twice after I defend.
No, I just said, have you got any actions?
So there's a
Yes.
bit of a
No.
dispute here because Matt asked as soon as he had any actions, he said no. So Matt's pointed out he'd won because Danny
you made
made
a mistake.
Asher -1 strength.
Okay, so I win.
And then Isian wanted to trigger his raiding, so the scout ship in response, which
I'll do
Matt said
power.
he couldn't because he missed the window.
exactly.
Then we have a power challenge coming in from Danny,
Especially with that
which
Close claim.
puts Isian down to 6 power, and I believe, but Matt's up to
Dom.
5 power now. Matt wins dominance, but rather than taking the power, he's going to blow up the
Well, I'll get
raiding longship with the pyromancers. So we're on to, I believe, 6-5 to Isian with the Greyjoy. Yeah, a bit of a technical thing there. I think that's one of those things in a store championship. I think that's when you get to the first level competitive players. It is the cut, so you'd like to think everyone there kind of knows the way things should be done. Not 100% sure on that, but
Well, first again.
yeah, it's Matt obviously not letting him go, which I guess is his right. Isian did forget the window. So on to the third plot phase, and March the Wall has been played, at which point the Sultan Navigator has marched, and so are the Pyromancers. I guess
you go first.
Matt only really wanted to get rid of that raiding longship, and that is fair because that is stopping him from going to defend. We have Summer Harvest played up by Matt, so he's going to get 6 gold, and I believe Isian is going first. So Isian plays out a shipwright, uses the King's Ready Soul for Matt to play out Theon, and is going to sit on 3 gold. So Danny gets a dupe.
So I've got 6 gold.
Of course, any King's Raids or anything that get played out now are immediately going to get knelt by the raiding longship. Oh, not raiding longship, by the the shipwright. So we have Drogon played out. So Danny now has Renowned as well as she can stand after she wins a challenge. And it looks like Matt is going to sit on 2 gold, maybe 3 gold. Can't quite tell from this angle. So a power challenge, stealthing Danny.
Ah, right. That's limited because it's formatted in flat vectors, so it's a 4 gig.
Unopposed. Now, interesting that didn't do that with Asher and Field on the military to start with. No, there's 2 military icons and there's only 1 power icon. Just stood Asher there and then done Asher on the power and got 2 definite unopposed challenges. Might be worried about the Jakaros, but in all fairness, if Field gets Jakaros, you're not going to win the power challenge anyway. We have an intrigue being played in, currently of 5.
Intrigue.
You can fall by putting the shipwright in, but the problem is he's going to be -1 strength because of Danny, so unless Danny defends, he doesn't really contribute, and I don't think he's going to get the range trigger off anyway. It's just questionable whether it's worth it or not.
How did your game go? I managed to win.
I guess this could have been Isian's plan here, because now he will also get the unopposed military because he's forcing Rhaegar to defend the intrigue. So That might have been a better move there. So we have the entry goes through, and that Traxxas is claimed again. Okay. There's a pillage which gets Khal Drogo. And will he take the King's Road again? Or I would go for that Iron Throne if it was me. You've got to assume when Matt's playing an Iron Throne, he's probably playing more than one, and it just denies him being able to use it. But no, he is going to take the King's Road again. Economy's good. They're both good options. I think you can always get the King's Road, whereas the Iron Throne you just need to capture once. And we've got Asher coming in for military, which should go unopposed.
I declare no defense.
She gets a standard reaction. Copy of the Duke of Drogon is taken as claim, and Isian has done challenges.
If I make 2 orders, I don't add to see how it works. So I'm going to drop my 2 for it. Yep, that's fine.
So the military coming in for Matt.
Yeah, I'm doing it for a year now, pretty much.
Isian moving to the sea tower this time.
Yep. It's your
5 to 4, so Isian wins.
Yep. You win. Not for me. So then it's my laptop.
We have a power coming in from Dany, which goes unopposed. She gets to stand again because of Rhaegar. Gains a power, 2 power, sorry. Renowned and Insight.
Renowned Insight.
Right, you can also get on it in that iron.
Trigger.
I'll do intrigue.
And we have an intrigue coming in.
Oxman's great.
So, unopposed.
Claim of 1, so I believe that is now Isian's hand destroyed.
Insight.
And
And then
so Dom goes to Isian, who left the shipwright standing as the claim. Oh, sorry, for dominance. And so Isian's now on. It's going to get confusing. Isian's now on 11 power. I believe maths. We've done the maths right.
The guy
He's on 10 power. Could be wrong.
I know it's not great. It's not, it takes time.
And we're on to the next plot phase. I believe the 4th one. Matt's just having a little think. And we're at a very delicate point because both of them could still easily win this game. Neither of them's got an unbeatable situation. We've got the sort of Voltron Dany on one side. Matt's also got a hand, whereas Isian doesn't. So Isian's kind of guessing. If Isian plays Rise of the Kraken or what's the other one? What's the other challenge? Cut plot. Sorry. I like in the name of the Clash of Kings. There we go. I can see that being flipped now to try and win the initiative and try and win the game before Matt gets an opportunity to do anything. Matt, I think, is really struggling here because the lack of economy is hurting him. So we have Rise of Kraken played into Wildfire. Assuming Matt tried playing his fastest possible, his highest initiative plot, but unfortunately still just loses out.
No. She was 3, 6, 8.
do you want to go first or second?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
And Isian is going first.
Two.
Yeah, so it was top deck. It was like I never like playing Rise of the Kraken when you're top decking because your board can get so small. But it looks like he's found something good.
3.
And we have Balon. That's not a bad top deck for a Rise of the Kraken turn. That is for sure. And he finishes marshalling sitting on 2 gold.
So you get 4 gold.
So at King's Road he got doing really good work. Matt sitting on 4 gold. He needs some sort of answer for this. He has a Rose Road. Not sure that's a good immediate answer.
If you get power through, you've won, basically.
Matt's just trying to do the maths here and he's saying, yeah, if he gets power through, he's won, and that is pretty correct. Theon, at the moment, with no other characters played out, if Theon goes into stealth past Dany, Balon and Euron Crozai go into the challenge, barring 2 Jakarises on which probably wouldn't even be quite enough, maybe. That's going to be 2 power for unopposed, 2 power for claim, and 2 power for renowned, and 1 power on Theon for an unopposed challenge. So this is looking pretty dire for Matt at this point.
Stealth, yeah.
Rise of the Kraken and that top deck of Balon has put Matt in a really tough place. In all fairness, even without Balon, it wouldn't be great probably now I think about it. But at least if Balon wasn't there and the top deck had been not been as good, there could be more ways of getting around this. But that renowned, the way the challenge mass works when Balon's involved, especially with Scout Ship out there, being able to make him strength 7. This is really tough spot for Matt. It's just weighing up those options. I don't think Matt will definitely play this out, but it's one of those I think he realises is probably over. And he's also got some quite good characters in hand, but the limited economy he's got, he just seems to be struggling to be able to play anything out.
I get you. No, okay, they might do that, but yeah, there's no way they're going to make people buy. Oh no, you don't. Yeah, but my friends haven't bought the first 2 cycles on an hour, and like, you need to buy this. If this is true, you need to buy them before they cycle out, because they're going to stop selling it. So, and yeah, apparently they're getting rid of 3 of the IDs from Core.
Oh, no, my faction card.
So Matt has now his faction card for a Fealty discount.
Yeah. I'm thinking who to crown, that's all.
Oh, so he has a crown of gold. He's just trying to work out who the best target for the crown of gold is.
It all makes sense what they said. That's what they said. At least apparently Desperado's going against Studios.
And again, this way he didn't have Balon, this would be fine because
Slam it on the table,
he
Matthew.
can crown of gold Theon, and then he can oppose the power challenge. But because Balon can go up to strength 7, Danny can't defend.
I want a crown Theon, but he's got a power on him.
I'm using stealth credits to get in, so I'm not really paying any real money. Yeah. And I'm making all this money at the end of it, and then at the end of it, I only got rid of 1 tag, so which is ending.
Crown Theon, we'll work out afterwards.
So Theon has been crown of gold. Oh, had the crown of gold played on him.
Has we done your challenges?
And we're on to Isian's challenges.
So, yeah, I think that's it. But yeah, no. Carapace is probably getting in the core. Because apparently, if they. Well, actually, they don't really
So intrigue played in.
No, but they have said if they'd redone, if they'd known what they knew about how Scorch was going, the meta initially, Carapace would have been in the core.
So you've got the first action.
Because obviously it's first pack, wasn't it? Yeah, so exactly. That's why they're like, okay, should we do this? Because everyone was going for Scorch. So it sounds sensible. I'm interested.
Pass my first
it sounds
action.
basically if the card's on the mess one list and it's in the core, it's probably good. Especially now, I'm getting a bit annoyed with Netrunner because of some of the cards that have come out recently. Some of them have been crazy. I don't mind pushing the limits a bit because the problem is if you don't try to make the card play in the core, then you're just getting all these cards that's going to go in the binder. Everyone's going to worry about it because it's less very good. Yeah, but I mean that was the biggest thing.
Oh,
so the iron. So the scout has the scout's been nightmares. That stops the range trigger problem. Defending all in on the intrigue.
You win?
Cool.
Oh, to stand. Of course, because if he wins challenge, Danny gets to stand.
Insight. Yeah.
And gains card drawn around from Insight. I still think Ash should just stealth past Danny and it's all over. So stealth past Drogo. And so no defenders. Asher stands. That's 2 power for unopposed, putting Isian on to 12. Danny, Duper Danny and Rhaegar has chosen his claim.
then
And we have Power stealthing,
power stealth.
stealthing Danny, and that is game. And Isian has won it and is on to the final. Thanks for both and letting me record. And come back next time for Isian versus Greyjoy.